It's absolutely been 10 years since SMG4 uploaded his very first YouTube video called The Cake is Alive back in May 2011. But I know I already tell you before from back then. And we all remember SMG4 had SM64 characters back in old time. Until moved to a Garry's mod. Now, this is absolutely not the first time that SMG4 making SM64 on Gmod videos. The first it was using Crime Time back in 2011. It's still really quite good videos, but it's not aged well until it gets better. How many times SMG4 using Garry's mod video with SM64 a lot? If you are absolutely new to SMG4 on this year, you should better go watch classic SMG4 videos first before watching modern videos. Now, I will tell you from back then like that, and there is a problem about that of SMG4 himself. So what the fans was complaining about SMG4 himself? Well, we had to find out just a bit later. It's been absolutely 9 years since I first watched SMG4's videos back in August 2012 called Summer 3 gets 5,000 subscribers by complete accident. And what is the complaining of why people who not happy about that? I heard some of these SMG4 fans or already watching from back then was complaining or not happy. But let me take a look again for once like that. Now we started in possible second half of 2010s because back in Seaside and Stupidity in part 1, that video was marked first debut of official Bobkins. If you not watch it or don't know where the character first debuted, I'm going to help you out. I know I first watched SMG4's videos back in 2012 on late summer 2012 by complete accident. Now see the Stupidity, this video's mark first debut of official Bobkin. And he also make a return on later videos or so. But it's not that, and 2 months later we had Bob first debuted and Can Canadorf come out to play. And it's also make a return 1 week later. And he also come back in Mario Jones' Circus worse as in for videos because it's all about torture like that. Jesus Christ. I really absolutely cannot believe it's been 5 years since Facial Bobkin and Bob's first debut back in 2016. How far as we go after 5 years since these two first debuts? Yeah. It's quite scary how these time gone quick like that way. As for year ago throughout, we had Mega Splatter's first debut back in 2017 called F Mario's and Splatter 1 videos back in 2017, 4 years ago. And then we had Schumer's first debut in the Mario's channel back in early September 2017. And it's also making a return in 1 week later already, not too far like that. And then I had Saku's first debut in Dogi Dogi Mario Club because she started attacking it until she became good. And then we had Tora's first debut and doing Religion Arc in Mario the Ultimate Gamer. And then we had Axel's first debut doing Anime Arc and Japan. And then we had Craig's first debut, which he didn't even last long until 2020. And then we had Melanie's first debut in Mario Alone back in 2019. Homonito's first debut in Mario School Club. Yeah, they just get really bit off getting. We had Job first debut in the Egg videos not long ago until the Corn videos where Rob's first debut, and then we had Wempu and Bill's first debut and Cannot Believe It's Not SMG4. And that was pretty much it because there won't be any more characters first debut in this year because when Melanie become human and Mario's Mask of Madness, I would never expecting that. So why the fans complaining again like that? Because not gonna show you again because let's find out about that. Now where should I start now? Because now the Boys vs Girls is one of the worst SMG4 videos of 2019 because it ends up a little way too far like that. I'm not sure why. I know that SMG4's modern characters and modern year like that. I'm not sure why. I really wish I could watching Headbox videos like that, but I'm not sure why. Metal One official trailer was quite good because to see these early characters design. Now where should I start now? Because remember SN4 are the single YouTubers who made classic videos who focus on all SM64 and all the characters with alternate recolored Mario. And second half of 2010s added modern characters instead of SM64 because they're all Gmods. And it's happened the last time to see SM64 YouTubers was 2016, and then in 2017, the beginning of late 2010s, had Mega Shumia and so on. Mega Shumia and Axel is my favorite SM4 characters like that. Yeah. But I don't even see why fans complaining about that. And according to one of these YouTubers named Meadow, and what's this YouTuber's name again? Oh yeah, the Metal Blade 5 and one of SM64's YouTubers. Yeah, I really don't know about why fans complain about SM4 like that. Oh, and SM64 SA. Now, I am an old SM4 fan since 2012 like that because it's never get old or swell like that. Now, I really love Splatoon like that, but why they make it become human and at the end of anime art like that? But now I'm not a big fan of human make it like that because I am a big fan of Inkling make it so often. Yes. I'm still love SMG4 like that, but Metal looked fantastic as well second season. I know Metal Season 3 is still coming on this year because I don't even care what fans say that, because I don't believe fans at some time. The anime arc, the original plan which the anime arc was supposed to be focused on facing both Ken, but because SMG4 Kevin found it a bit too short. The Metal Runner was quite good. And it was uploaded on SMG4's main channels for the start, until uploaded on Glitch channels, the animation channels. But the main problem about that is SMG4 taking 2 breaks, like back in late August 2019 and middle of October 2019, because I really worry if this holiday special get cancelled, but it's not, because serious SMG4, why you taking breaks and twice on second half of 2019, but you already been through the story arc from back then. Now back in 2018 of SMG4, which is 2018 of SMG4, where the first debut of the story arc here. Now the story arc is a split. Well, it looked like a multiple split part video since Fairy Tail, Lost Gem, and Mushroom Wars. But speaking of story arc, because it started with World Legion arc, which is an Appaloosa reference to World Legion not be on Smash Brothers videos since 2018. And then we had the Bob Rapper arc back in 2018. Series SMG4. I know Bob Rapper arc was appeared in very late 2018. And then we had anime arc back in 2019. And then we had YouTube arc in 2020. But I don't understand why like that. And then 2020, I thought this year or the last months that my first YouTubers are beginning of making arc, but think again. I know SMG4's videos was not that good for the start until it get better throughout the year. On this 2021, which we already had, at this one. Now this is absolutely the main problem about this modern videos itself, because I'm some video who given 5 out of 10, which is sure this video is going to be terrible. My new adventure is focused on my favorite SMG4 characters, is Maggie, where she leaving the Mushroom Kingdom and to the Sunset Paradise. I'm not sure why the IMDb 5 gave it a 5 out of 10, because they show these new SMG4 animation show it's going to be sucks, but I'm still not sure yet until whatever, because it's too early to say that. But I'm not sure why IMDb give my new adventure 5 out of 10, but we'll have to find out about Sunset Paradise if they're going to be good or not. And what about these videos? Well, both the Restoration and the Felony was absolutely quite unlikable. But it's given 5 out of 10 like that. Well, it's going to be a terrible SMG4 videos, because SMG4 was absolutely slowly run out of his ideas. And all these ideas was absolutely reused from old SMG4 videos onto modern net. And we're all looking at you, Mario goes to Subway and purchase 1 tuna sub with extra milk. Yep, SMG4 has done it again. He's made the first videos of 2021 with Mario in it again. look, SMG4. And next year in 2022, I really wish you better add different characters for the first videos of the year instead of Mario, because that's why IMDb gives this video 6 out of 10, because it starts to get a bit boring getting having Mario for the start of the year again like that, because it is absolutely to get a bit boring having Mario for the start of the year like that. Then true to fit from last almost couple of the months like that, because look, SMG4. This thumbnail look like a true to 2 but wrong, because it's a B, but the video title by SMG4 don't even make sense. Yeah, then true to, I find it don't even make sense, because it's a B. Yeah, then true to, you mean the B, just B feeder for Christ's sake. Yeah, because then Tutor is the B, but I found that title don't make sense like that. I thought why YouTube was uploaded in the middle of the goddamn 2020 like that also don't even make sense. I know make it all it's just the original plan, but they had to focus on animation like that. I know I've been watching SMG4's videos lasting 9 years, and the War of the Fatality was uploaded on August 2020 again. It's not just SMG4 like that way, it was his own fans. I mean, serious, what the hell is wrong with these damn fans? Yeah, back then, the fans wanted to have Stuart, but because the many SMG4 fans find it also make it was a bit disappointed, because War on Big SMG4 is my first debut of anti-Shumi, known as Demon Hunter Shumi for the start. And then we had also make it, which many fans find it a bit disappointed, because they wanted to have Stuart arc like that. What the hell is wrong with these fans like that? Do these fans have self-control or what? I know Wario tries to stop himself from dying, but look, you need to control your action, your patience like that. If I were SMG4 and Kevin like that way, after disabled SMG4 wiki comments after this set no video was uploaded, and then I well disabled the comments from classic SMG4 to new one, because I really wish fans need to stop go on about the story arc, because we had Mega's Destiny, because Mega is my favorite SMG4 characters, because I don't even care what fans say that, because this SMG4 movie is supposed to be to save the time, but SMG4 did absolutely promise to bring all these videos which never been made for such a long time, like this one. 2019 was a big year of my life. It's supposed to be to have Wacky White Brother, Sonic the Dirtpog, Nothing Retarded, and Pokemon videos, and Minecraft videos on 20, but SMG4 broke his promise because his fans, I really wish you better disable the comments on YouTube channels as well. SMG4, your fans have no self-control. The main problem about that was, since Mikey is my favorite SMG4 characters, she never been first featured on Halloween Special 2017, 2018 and 2019 until she finally first featured in Halloween Special 2020 after 3 fucking years. what the hell is up with this SMG4? Or maybe because of his fans complaining about that. Can the fans have ever self-control like that? I'm really big glad Maggie finally first feature on Halloween Special 2020 after 3 years. Look, SMG4. Maggie was first debuted on F. Mario's and Spider-Man videos. I mean, what's up with you like that? I know Bob and Professor Broken was first featured Halloween Special 2017 back in 2017. Which is not too bad, but 3 years until Maggie finally first feature on Detection Not Found. That was, I believe, too freaking long. Or maybe because of the fans complain about Maggie. Just deal with the goddamn fans, for Christ's sake. Yeah, because my expected date is start on the YouTube arc back in late June 2020. I meant to say that. I don't see why that YouTube arc starting in late June 2020 because that don't even make sense. If the War of the Fatality to Boost Bell uploaded on October, then this my expected date to Boost Bell started in August 2020. SMG4 should have done this ages like that. I really don't hate about those modern SMG4 characters from back in like Maggie, Tori, Psycho, Bob, Fletcher, Bobkin, Axel and so on. Especially anti-cast. Just like Jeffy from Super Mario Login, anti-cast was I believe a bit more unlikable because Melanie was also more unlikable because I don't understand why IMDb gave and Melanie 5 out of 10 because Melanie was so unlikable. And SMG4 made Axel look like a complete jerk for the start. How about boys versus girls? Ha! 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 Really? Boys vs. Girls is one of the worst SMG4 videos of 2019. What the hell SMG4 get these silly ideas from? Yeah, Boys vs. Girls by SMG4 was took way too far. Yeah, I need to say that word by mistake because Boys vs. Girls, that video took way too far because I don't understand why, because we could see these girls are way worse than boys because after boys lose against girls, they're doing something a bit pathetic, unfunny way, but no wonder these IMDb decided to give these videos 4 out of 10 because it looked like Mario versus against a female versus version of SMG4 like that. I don't understand why. A female version of SMG4. What a load of shit to features like Boys vs. Girls. Have SMG4 lost his goddamn mind? Yeah, SMG4's always started to lose his mind because if we take a look at Horrible TV Wiki, well, I've really come to the right place. Now, according to this wiki, it said this episode took it too far with how they portrayed the character, that's for sure. God, SMG4, who do you think you are to give this stupid idea? Oh, the ending from this video was absolute frustration and it's made fans rage quit. It's not make me rage quit, but I find it a bit off as well like that. Yeah. It's also torture as well. It's not just this boys versus girls with a bad ending. Mario joined the circus also had a bad ending as well. The ending where all three girls apologize to boys, but because I don't know why, but the girls will never forgive it like that. But Shroomy was only appeared for beginning of the videos, but he never appeared in the middle of the videos until he reappeared in the end of videos. I really wish if Shroomy should take Mario, Axel, Bowser, and three girls out of the camp. Yeah. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot about the bear attack Torway. Like that. I don't understand why, because it is, I believe, too far. If Mario actually Bowser should go to jail like that, they deserve to go to prison or to the jail. Let's take a look where the bear attacked Torway. As I believe it took way too far. Let's go with these stupid dumb ideas as for like this one. Yeah. SMG4 made this video way too far like that. If Mario Axel Bowser took way too far, or let bear attack Torway. Mario Bowser and Axel should go to jail instead and get yeah, I make it till Mario Axel Bowser those three went too far, but I mean look, make it burn Mario Torway made Torway made Axel prove himself by summoning a character from where I can't remember what a show called in Nickelodeon. And then Psycho enjoyed Bowser's hand with Mass Ball. If it were isn't full up that way, I would never make that video like this way too far like that. When making to Mario Bowser Axel, till then they went too far. After the Saint Bear to attack Torway, if Mario Bowser and Axel should go to jail. Yeah. If so, I cannot. Yeah. I know I'm a serious person like that, but I can't stop laughing. Yeah. If Mario Bowser, yeah. If Mario Bowser and Axel should go to jail or go to prison after the Bear attack Torway and like that. Yeah, they should go to jail or prison like that. Instead of apologizing to these girls. Yeah, it's a really bad lesson for videos like that. I really wish SMG4 should learn about those boys and girls as well, because oh yeah, never forgot about that, because isn't for now back in early 2015 and 2016, SMG4 go to Japan again twice right before back to school. Now this is no joke. According to SMG4 from back then, he did not like school, but look, go to school was really important. But after SMG4 being in Japan twice, both January 2015 and 2016, and we all noticed his homework and schoolwork was absolutely far behind. Now back in late 2015, SMG4 promised his friends we're not making any late videos or break time, but he broke his goddamn promise, so he went to Japan again twice back in January 2016, right before back to school. It's absolutely not on, because go to school was way important than go to holiday, because if you go to holiday right before back to school, you got homework and schoolwork to catch up to do, because some friends think it's funny to take his time to make the videos, but that doesn't sound like that, because some fans I don't even believe them. Because Essence was not taking his time to make videos, because his homework and schoolwork was absolutely far behind, because he been in Japan twice on January 2015 and 2016. SMG4 got no sense on his goddamn head. Back in August 2016, he made himself sick. And he made by spaghetti while he's still feeling fine. He have no sense on his head again, because he did not want to go back to school, but he made himself sick. No joking like that. Go to school like it or not, well, SMG4 already left school, because even worse at all, after he completed the exam, he destroyed it, and then he have to redo his exam again. Even worse at all, his Halloween special nearly got cancelled, and never forget about that, because back in October 2016, when SMG4 was catch up exams after he destroyed it from back then, and then Halloween special 2016 was uploaded beginning of November 2016. Yeah, that was absolutely late holiday special. We all never ever seen that before like that. SMG4 apologized us for late holiday special, because Halloween special was uploaded very late, and yes, it's almost got cancelled. If Halloween special was absolutely got cancelled back in 2016, that would absolutely ruined SMG4 franchise, because skipping holiday special was absolutely not really nice like that. On October 2017, the holiday special was uploaded a lot earlier than before, except 2020, because Halloween special 2020 is uploaded at the end of October 2020, just like what SMG4 did on 2014 back then. If you don't remember about these videos, or this is your first time of SMG4 like that way, or if you're new to SMG4, then you have to check the date below the video itself, because you have to pay attention to these dates below the videos. If you are old SMG4's fans from early 2010s or whatever, if you haven't trouble to remember, or you cannot remember, because it's absolutely been for a long time like that. I don't remember SMG4 videos as much like that, unless I have to rewatch it again. Not just modern SMG4 videos itself, but also classic one from early 2010s. Yeah. I know 2015 and 2016 of SMG4 had way too many break time and late videos like that. I know we not have fan mail for such a long time since 2017. Back in late or the end of 2016, SMG4 had Hopper Brothers, but it still have to focus on the main channels. And SMG4 had the Awesomeness Marvel's channels back in 2013. Yeah, it's been such a long time because I cannot remember about these videos unless I have to rewatch it again. It's been really a long time already. If you don't remember SMG4 videos as much if you are old fans, it's far better just go rewatch it again like that. But that's just my recommendation like that. Now, back in, well, I would say New Year's Day 2017 of SMG4, yeah. And hard to remember about that. Now, we thought the recap 2016 was uploaded back in, well, New Year's Day 2017, yeah, the beginning of 2017. And we all don't know where 2017 is. It's beginning of late 2010s. I know I will say 2016 is going to be start of second half like that or 2015. But I cannot mind that. But 2017 is beginning of the late 2010s like that. Back in February 2017 when I started to watch Splatoon community YouTubers videos for my first time. I know Alex Sparta became Splatoon YouTubers community back in second half of 2010s. Yeah, if Rupert was first watched Alex Sparta videos for my first time on early 2010s, yeah, and I never seen it yet until 2013 like that. If Rupert first watched it and in my first place, in the first place in early 2010s. I know watch Games Mod videos like Games Mod Idea Box by That's Bullshit and Bethesda now as transform again. Now I know Bethesda back in early 2010s and start with Games Mod until they're working on transform making videos. I really wish Pooh 137 should make more Splatoon transform making videos because Pooh got second Steam channels. Don't get me wrong about that because don't get me wrong about if you think it's a fan account or not because think again. If you pay attention to the snowman that Pooh ever made between his first Steam channel and second one because it's sure it's still the same Pooh because it's not a fan account. If you think it's a fan account, think again. It's as Pooh's second Steam channels because why did Pooh have second Steam channels? Because just in case if he had an issue of transforming again. If Pooh had best computer, well, Windows 10 like 1 GB from back then. If I were Pooh 157 like that way, I would make Octoland Innocent 2 Part 4 and 5 and then Queen and A or Octopus Hangout Part 2 like that. Well, more like Octopus 2 Hangout because I keep mistaken word like that. Okay, back to SMG4. I know I first watched Splatoon YouTubers community for my first time back in February 2017, like Alex Spider, Blue Inkling, Pooh 157, and so on. Well, especially Omega the Squid and Heavy the Squid. When I was not aware of something like Geo himself, Omega and Heavy himself, as the well, I will not going to talk about that until I find out. on 2018 of Heavy and Omega, and then Geoff on 2020 like that. I would have wished Geoff better leave his channels or abandon his channels or remove his own channels, because after what he did to whatever from back then, Heavy is not really a nice guy, because even worse at all, he used Omega to bully the fans and hurt Ellie Cordelia. It's not too long until 2018 Omega was no longer be friends with Heavy anymore, because Heavy is a backstabbing prick. He's a bully and he used Omega like that. Yeah, it's not really nice to use innocent people like that way so often like that. And then innocent people realize that they're being used by the bad people and they're being betrayed like that. Heavy is a word like that. I know we all miss Blue England so much like that. If I were Blue England like that way, I would never leave Spartan community YouTubers or remove my channels like that. Well, I would never remove my channels if I were Blue England, but whatever. Now, SMG4 himself like that, it's just, yeah, because right before Megan Spencer first debuted, and while Skip was first debuted on Costas videos, it's about almost 5 months and then 6 months. Because Megan's first debut in this Marvels and Spider-Man videos are in England. If Megan was still in England, then Mara and SMG4 should kill Francis very earlier, if the hero should be win a lot quicker like that. Destiny first debuted and if Marvels and Spider-Man 2 videos, when Megan and Destiny hate each other hard until they become best friends in late anime arc. Destiny is not actually evil, but in Marvel Showdown she's a misunderstand characters, because she's not truly evil, she just misunderstood like that in Marvel Showdown. And she wanted to have fun with Maggie, but she felt disappointed because she is a misunderstand characters like that. Unfortunately, in World War Mario, she got killed by Francis. Yeah, SMG4 killed Destiny off because Destiny is not an important character. What a shame. And make it become a human in anime art like that. Yeah. Now let's get back to what went wrong by that. I don't understand why SMG4 kept at Mario for the start of the year like that way, because it already started to get a bit boring like that. The resolution was bit, and famously, the villainy was just villainy. Nintendo gets deleted, but Nintendo was still around for whole year and the future, because Serious SMG4, what the hell get that stupid ideas for like that? Yeah, SMG4 started to lose his mind. Oh yeah, there's a main problem about that. The modern videos was reused from classic SMG4 videos. And people who don't know about that, Maggie's part-time job was reused from the babysitting videos back in 2012. If people who don't remember the videos, or maybe it's been such a long time. Smart Mario was reused from Smart as Mario back in 2012. The Christmas special 2020 was better too weird. I know it's still good, but quite weird. And yes, SMG4, we know 2020 is quite crap a year from back then, for Christ's sake, because of these coronavirus. The Andy cast was really unlikable because Rob the Scarecrow was quite unfunny, if you could see that. And it was quite funny almost funny how Rob fell asleep while he was driving the truck. Bob was quite funny, but Rob not. And they were a big fan of these Andy casts because Winpoo was all about rifle than Fisher Bobkin. And they were a big fan of Winpoo because he bit annoying, because it's all about anime girl for Winpoo. And he's an anti-felon as well. Just like Jeffrey from Super Mario Login, Anti-Cat was really unlikable. Job is just, Job. Bill, almost sound like Dusty from 2018 all over again. Melanie is just lazy and sleepy. Find a bit too off like that. I mean, look at SMG4. I'm not sure why Melanie was not that important like that. Now I need to take a look again like that because Axel's look like a jerk because he broke watermelon to make Melanie depressed. See, like that.
Oh my god! Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
Who the hell this stupid idea came from?
Well, didn't I tell you?
Yeah, they made Axel look like a jerk in this videos. Axel looked quite serious for the start and now he looked like a jerk in this video itself. I'm not a big fan of Melanie because Melanie is a woman and she is really unlikable either because I know she was watermelon for the start until she became a human 1 year later. Then Maggie is become a human from 2 years like that. Why did Melanie become a human again? Oh, that's right, because of these fans complaining like that. Yeah, the Melanie felony was absolutely the worst SMG4 videos. I mean, who the hell get these stupid ideas? If you look back at if Marvel's and Sonic the Hedgehog movie, where nobody, it was like the videos, but I prefer the main movie itself from last year. Because if Marvel's and Sonic the Hedgehog movie, it feels like we're watching Sonic bit different videos instead of Valentine's. Yeah. Yeah, Andy Cass was able to feel like Jeffy all over again from Super Logan like that. It's almost like, well, I would say it's 5.5 years like that. Yeah, because SMG4 Kevin was up or losing their mind getting, because if you look at 2021 of SMG4, IMDb started to give these videos a negative score because this first video of 2021 is Mario again. And yes, it started to get a bit boring getting. Look, I really wish SMG4 should add different characters for the start of the year for next year instead of Mario, because I'm not sure why the restoration and the Melanie Felony was 5 out of 10, because Axel was a jerk for the start, because with these stupid ideas like that. Bob looked absolutely so unfunny on both the restoration and Melanie Felony. Bob is supposed to be funny as characters, but he looked unfunny in these videos. These two videos on this year. Maybe because of SMG4 ran out of his ideas. What the Melanie Felony reused again? Well, Princess Peach, well, from 2012. But Melanie never became a monster, but she was with Bob throughout the videos until she went back with Axel again, like that. Yeah. That is really not all like that, because all these, the same was reused from Mario and the Spaghetti Factory back in 2014. Also, Maggie was reused from the Police 1337 back in 2013. That doesn't have plenty of his ideas. Yeah, it's ability going really nowhere, because Andy Cass really unlikable, like Jeffy from to my login, because what the hell is all with SMG4 like that? Yeah, then again, SMG4 already had too many original characters. Like, I know all the modern characters from 2016 through 2019 and first debuted wisely, but what about Andy Cast? Well, because Andy Cast was with SMG3 for the start. I know Job first debuted back in April 2020, Rob May 2020, and then we had Bell and Rampu on, I cannot believe it's not SMG4. The YouTube org, it did not sound like Stu org, but it sounded like we're still watching a regular videos instead of just Stu org itself. I mean, why did Job, Rob, Bell and Rampu first debut in 2020? Melanie first debuted on the end of 2019. Yeah, that was a little bit late for Melanie first debuted on late 2019. I've never seen that character's first debut in late year like that so often. Yeah. 4 new characters first debuted on 2020, yeah. And this year there's not going to be more SMG4's characters anymore, because SMG4's already had too many characters, including Anti-Cast. After YouTube org, Anti-Cast joining SMG4 gang at the end of YouTube org. Yeah, I think that SMG4 had already too many characters like that. I mean, I don't understand why that he's already had too many characters for his debut on 2020. I don't understand why these Andy-Casts so unlikable than I could ever imagine like that way, because we thought Jeffrey was already unlikable enough like that way, but the Andy-Cast, Jesus Christ, that is a bit like Jeffrey all over again from season 8 towards ongoing of Super Mario again. But Jeffrey will be get killed off in this year of Super Mario again. And even worse of all, Super Mario Logo was on the news for the last 2 years because the videos itself was way too rude and inappropriate for younger audience because of Super Mario Logan, who did not even mean it to do that. Now, as for my final thought of SMG4, or then the problem by SMG4 like that way, because now I know many fans who missed classic SMG4's characters from the early 2010s. Some days YouTubers, or well, I will say some fans who do not like modern characters of SMG4. I would have loved modern characters like Maggie, Axel, and Shumi, but I'm never a big fan of human Maggie because I prefer Maggie as England instead of human. I know my mommy told me about Crash Bandicoot 4's graphic what needed to be updated, and yeah, it's just coming like that. Some graphics just have to be updated like that. I'm never a big fan of scar on Axel's face like that because it looked like Kratos to me from God of War franchise. I found that Axel's face was a bit too off like that. If you take a look at Axel's face, he still had a scar on his face for the rest of regular videos after YouTube arc, because how did Axel got his scar on the face in the first place? Well, internet graveyard of course. And I really find it a bit bothering me like that. I'm not a big fan having this scar on Axel's face because I find it a bit bothering like that. Melanie don't even care about Axel's face with scar in it like that way, but I don't understand why. Some SMG4's fans wanted to have classic SMG4 character back, but SMG4 could harder to have Steve appeared on modern videos or more like that way. I'm sure Steve will appear a bit more from early 2010s or whatever like that, but there's a point a bit shame like that. I know we all wanted to bring classic characters back since early 2010s, but that doesn't matter because I prefer modern characters compared to SMG4 like that, but all classic SMG4 characters had recolored Mario look like it like that way, but they're all being replaced with modern characters from 2016 towards 2020. But it doesn't matter now because modern characters, if you like it or not, then go rewatch classic SMG4 videos from the early 2010s. But I can't stop watching SMG4 videos every week since it was new uploaded on, well, it's supposed to be uploaded on Sunday back in, well, possible 2010s, and the rest of it was on Saturday back in 2017 to was ongoing. Oh yeah, if Marvel's and video were quite interesting, and so on. So yeah, I really wish SMG4 should bring Sonic the Hedgehog, Minecraft, God and Retarded, Pokemon and Wacky Wario Brothers back in this year, because I know Mega Arc was just an original plan, but it's for a bit just had regular videos or the split part videos since the Lost Gems back in 2011. Now, what do you guys think about problem of SMG4's videos or whatever? I know we had met a runner outfit above SMG4 main channels. I know Sunset Paradise was coming on the way, and cannot forget about that. And yes, we know that. Please leave comments below. Please subscribe and follow to my channels if you're new to me. I know I was speaking gibberish like that, but I cannot help myself like that. Follow me on my Twitch channels, my TikTok channels, my Discord channels, and Patreon channels. Peace Minute Shorts. I hope you enjoy it. Peace Minute Shorts.